Many traders struggle to be patient and disciplined, and as a result, they never achieve consistent profitability, funding, full-time status, those trading goals that they really, really want. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to share with you why you struggle with patience and discipline, and what specifically you can do to ensure that you become a patient, disciplined trader and you go off and achieve your trading goals. So let's get into it. Now, there are really two perspectives we can take when we talk about cultivating patience and discipline in your trading. One is more of a structural thing, the other one's more a mindset thing. But the first concept I'd love to discuss is to understand that when we talk about your brain, you have really two major components that heavily influence your trading performance. And you'll be aware of when you're acting from one versus the other. It's quite obvious. This is my best drawing of a brain. You've got what is referred to as your prefrontal cortex, which is the advanced center of your brain. It's the part of your brain that's responsible for patience, discipline, executing according to a trading plan and trading processes. And you've got your emotional part of your brain, which is referred to as the amygdala, which is more responsible for being erratic and impulsive and not sticking to processes and plans. And really, if you want to be a patient and disciplined trader, you have to be executing and be activating this part of your brain, which I'll show you how to do in this particular video. Okay. Now, every trader will have had, stints of being patient and disciplined in their trading. And every trader will have had times when they're very erratic, impulsive, not disciplined. And that's an indication of being more activated through the amygdala versus the prefrontal cortex. Okay. Now, a very important thing that you need to have if you want to be patient and disciplined and be acting out of the prefrontal cortex versus the amygdala is it's essential that you have, proven processes and trading plan that has your edge outlined in it. Okay? So the first thing I encourage each and every single one of you to do if you want patience and discipline in your trading is to firstly gain certainty in your trading edge through back-tested data, and make sure you have certainty in your edge that it's going to be profitable based on this data. Don't take your mentor's word for it or anybody's word for it. Make sure you go and do the testing yourself. Then number two, you want to create a mechanical trading plan that outlines your entry, your exit, and your risk management. That's it. You want to know how you're getting into the market, you want to know how you're getting out the market, and you want to know how much you're risking. And if you scale your risk down when you go into drawdown, or if you scale your risk up when you go into profit, whatever it may be, you want to figure out those rules, and you want to test it to ensure that you have certainty in this edge. But you want to take your edge and put it into a mechanical system. Many traders lack patience and discipline because they don't have certainty in their own trading plan and processes and edge. And what happens is they come into the market, they activate their amygdala because, think about it, the amount of decisions you could make in the market are infinite. And what happens when you come into the market without a clear plan, without a clear roadmap, your amygdala gets activated, you become overwhelmed, and you instigate and you fire up this fight or flight response, which is very reactive. It's very impulsive. And whenever you see something that could resemble a potential setup, you execute on it, or you justify and you convince yourself to taking setups that aren't part of your plan. Hence the lack of patience and discipline. But this is all usually a reaction of the amygdala because a trader doesn't have complete certainty in their trading plan and their trading processes. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to make sure you're certain in each component of your trading plan and trading process. And you may say to yourself, when I'm saying this, yeah, I do, but make sure you go through it with a fine-tooth comb, making sure that you truly have certainty in each component, the entry, the exit, and the risk management. And just by doing that and putting that plan and process together and building certainty in that, guess what you do? You activate the prefrontal cortex, the more executive parts of the brain, which are patient and disciplined, and will stick to that if you have certainty in it. Okay? Now, the second component of developing patience and discipline is more of a mindset thing. And the truth is, if you're in your mind at the time of trading, creating this idea of all this benefit and pleasure you're going to get from a particular trade, and you have this really, really good feeling about a particular trade, and you associate, a funded account, more money, more percentage, more recognition, more social gratification to a particular trade, and you attach all these fantasies to it in your mind, these unrealistic expectations. You're going to have what is referred to as a very impulsive seeking of that pleasure. Okay? Because you perceive more benefit than drawback, and you perceive a lot of benefit from that particular trade. In your mind, you've created all these ideas in your mind, and then now you're attached to that idea, and you're going to be more impulsive, you're going to be more reactive. Again, you're going to be acting out of the amygdala. That's very impulsive. So as well as having a clear trading plan, you also have to calm down these benefits and these unrealistic expectations. Any idea that you attach to the outcome of a trade is unrealistic, because nobody has any idea of what's going to happen next in the market. There are just millions of factors influencing price. No individual can predict the outcome to a T of every individual trade. The truth is, you don't need to. What you need to do is define an edge based on back-tested data, put it into a mechanical trading plan, and then focus on just consistently executing on that. So many traders are trying to guess and predict the outcome of the next trade, and they're trying to seek after that, and they're trying to avoid losing, which, if you've been trading long enough, is a futile pursuit, because the more you try and avoid losing and seek after winning, the more you have very painful losses to teach you your lesson, and you get stuck in this cycle of boom and bust. The truth is, what you need to do as a trader is establish an edge, put that into a mechanical trading plan, and transcend outcome-based thinking and go to process-based thinking. And that's where you are patient and disciplined, because now you just take the proper amount of trades according to when the market aligns with your trading plan. You execute. So I have a free tool called the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool, which will help you calm down these unrealistic expectations. The Bulletproof Your Mindset tool in the description. And by the way, if you don't already have a trading plan, I've got my 6-figure trading plan template in the description. So there are 2 free tools in the description for you to help you cultivate discipline and patience. Now, lack of patience can also come from these logged subconscious pains in the past in your mind about, I experienced this very painful missing out on a trade, or I experienced, I was being patient in the past and I was waiting and the trade went without me and I missed out on all this profit. And you have this logged as a negative experience in the past, and you can have this instinct away from that, which also creates impatience and lack of discipline in your trading. So in order to address that, you have to go back into your mind and you have to be aware of these. Firstly, you need to be aware of this, and that's really what I want to share in this video, is you have to have an awareness of what's driving your impulsive and instinctive behavior, because these aren't random things, they're very specific things. And then secondly, you have to go into that and you have to address that. It's all stored in the subconscious mind. You need to become aware of it. You need to address it. I teach the tools for that in the 12-week program. But firstly, start with building certainty in your trading plan, and then use the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool to get rid of these expectations, these benefits that you're impulsive to. And by the way, you're attaching these benefits to the trade in your mind. You're creating all of this in your mind. You're creating your own lack of patience, your own lack of discipline in your mind. And when you implement the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool and a clear mechanical trading plan, you're going to significantly increase your patience and discipline. And then you can go in there and you can start working through the things in the 12-week program to address the subconsciously stored charges that are driving this behavior. But I also want to share in this video, you need to build awareness of what's driving your behavior. So hold yourself accountable and find, all right, I'm being instinctive. I'm trying to avoid some sort of pain here. What of that resembles something that happened to me in the past? And why am I reacting this way? Where is the charge that's logged in my mind over a past experience that's driving me to act this way? Build up that self-awareness. It's very, very important. And I have this desire for this pleasurable experience in the future, these expectations here. What in my mind is that pleasurable experience that I'm trying to recapture? Where had that previously in the past? How is it logged in my mind? And have an awareness of where that's coming from as well. That's also very important. Okay? But really, if you want to cultivate patience, and this is a summary of today's video, if you want to cultivate patience and discipline, you have to transcend outcome-based thinking, which is all part of the amygdala, and you have to go to process-based thinking, right? Process-based thinking, which is all part of the prefrontal cortex. 2 great tools to implement are the 2 tools in the description for free: the trading plan template and the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool. That's going to help you transition from outcome-based thinking to process-based thinking. Okay, if you found this useful, please like and subscribe, share it with your trading friends and trading communities, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.